the whole conversation that may come up now with the off day coming up, and then they don't play till at night on Tuesday. So there's a lot of time for this conversation to happen. Would you rather, as a Padres fan, have a bye, so win the division, get the bye, or would you rather play the wild card and just keep playing and be the hot team like in 2022? If you look at the history with this postseason format, you will see that most of the time it's a wild card team that comes out of the National League. So some people may be like, no, the bye didn't. I think Profar had a quote about this the other day. The bye hasn't worked out so well for Atlanta, for the Dodgers. So there is that, baseball, you play 162 games, you have like one day off a week. Sometimes you don't have a day off in 2 weeks, or a day off like once every week and a half, right? Once every 10 days or so. Sometimes, sometimes this year, this Padres schedule has not been very friendly with the days off. It's friendly in September, which is good, but there were some long stretches there where it's, 27 games in 28 days or something nuts, like 24 and 25, I think, or 23 and 24, something nuts. So you go from that to now you don't play for possibly 3-4 days because you're waiting for the wild card series to wrap up. If that goes 3 games, like in 22 for the Dodgers, they had to wait and wait and wait. And then, but for me, I sit here still and I'm like, I will take the bye every time. And maybe the players feel differently about this, but I would take the bye every time because you get to set your rotation at the very top while the other team is going to be coming on the road to your ballpark and they have to throw maybe their 4th starter for that first game. They're already behind there for game 1, right? So there's that. You get the home field, which I think will be huge for the Padres in October with how we're showing up at the ballpark, right? And then really why I would take the bye, and this is obvious, is you don't have to play the wild card series. You don't have to risk being upset in the wild card series. If you're going to give me the division series, you're going to give me the opportunity to not have to play the wild card series and you automatically advance to a second round, I'm going to take that every time. I'm taking that every time. And if the Padres lose in the division series, I'm not making any excuses. If the offense goes cold after being good for a month, I don't care. I'm going to sit there and say the offense didn't come through and the offense didn't do its job and they're the reason why they lost. If that ends up being the case, right? Like Dodger fans or anyone, if they go out in the DS and they use the excuse, the break. I think some managers have said this too. I understand what they're saying, but at the same time, you got the bye. You earned the bye. You got to set up your rotation with the top in game 1. The other team is coming off a hard-fought series. Your bullpen's rested. You're playing at home. You get the home field advantage for that series. You're the better team by record. Go be the better team. And if you're not, then you're not. That's your fault. But you don't blame it on the home field advantage. So for me, I'm taking the bye. I'm winning the division, and I'm hosting that division series. Now, for the Padres' sake, if they don't win the division, it's not the end of the world, right? I want them to win the division because I'd love to hang that over Dodger fans that we won the division. As much as I like this Padres team or love this Padres team, and as much as I believe in this Padres team, I'd still rather not risk losing in the wild card series